Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome back to the latest transfer news that we have for you guys. And it's the afternoon session. I came earlier in the morning and we had a really very good, nice session in the morning where we discussed about lots of transfer stories. And it was a little bit quiet in terms of the transfer stories which were linked, which were reported in the newspaper as well as the social media and amongst other outlets as well. But it seems that during the day things have started a little bit, and we have seen some stories developing specifically regarding three major clubs, and it has to do with Chelsea, it has to do with City, it also has to do with Barcelona as well as Bayern Munich. So you could say that nothing that much around with the other clubs, but these four clubs are right now in the focus. So that is what we're going to discuss in the afternoon transfer story session. So guys, please do subscribe to the channel, press that like button, and let's continue our transfer update. Now we're going to start with Chelsea. Chelsea fans, congratulations. Raheem Sterling to Chelsea, done. He'll be signing a contract until 2027 plus an option for a further year. It seems that he will be signing for Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel values the player a lot. He really wants him after Lukaku has left for Inter Milan. Now Raheem Sterling has played for City and he has won the Premier League, wasn't able to win the Champions League. He will be moving back home where he belongs, that is London. He's a London boy, and it seems that he'll be moving back to his roots. He'll be moving to West London. Now the case over here is that Manchester City are going to take and going to accept 45 million pounds, a similar fee which they took from Arsenal for Gabriel Jesus. So that means Manchester City almost recouping the money which they spent in the transfer market for the likes of Erling Haaland. And it seems that they also will be making that money up by when they bought Calvin Phillips. Now the case at hand is that City are looking at Nathan Ake. They think that Chelsea are really serious in order to get him. Now they're gonna make sure that they get as much as they can from Nathan Ake. So if Nathan Ake leaves for Chelsea, the replacement in terms of centre back is quite interesting. And I do remember that Tottenham were interested in the player, but it seems that it's gonna be Gvardiol, who plays for RB Leipzig. So it means that Manchester City will go for him if Nathan Ake leaves for Chelsea. Now there's a very interesting name which has turned up for Chelsea in the centre back option. Remember guys, De Ligt was linked to Chelsea, but De Ligt wants to move to Bayern Munich. He has made known that he would like to play for Bayern Munich. He's not interested as much as playing for Chelsea. He would want to play for Bayern Munich. Now Chelsea, they are also interested in Jules Koundé, and Jules Koundé has also an interest from Barcelona. For that reason, Chelsea are looking at Bayern Munich now because they think that if De Ligt moves to Bayern Munich, there is a player, there is a centre back which is going to be a surplus, and that player is going to be Upamecano. Remember guys, he played for RB Leipzig and he played with Konate. The duo played as the two centre backs pairing in the Leipzig. Now Konate moved to Liverpool, whereas Upamecano moved to Bayern Munich. So if De Ligt joins Bayern Munich, he'll be surplus. So we might see Chelsea moving for the likes of Upamecano. That means Nathan Ake, Upamecano, maybe another centre back, and that's how Chelsea are trying to rebuild that space, that vacancy which has been made after Rudiger and Christensen have left for respectively Real Madrid and Barcelona. So for that reason, it seems that Chelsea are focusing their attention to Upamecano. So if Bayern Munich get De Ligt, then we will see Chelsea moving for Upamecano. Now in other talk, we're going to talk about Barcelona over here. Sergio Busquets has been approached by MLS side. He is a key part of Xavi squad. He wants to play as that midfield pivot. He wants to play as that central defensive midfielder, but there is a chance that he might leave next summer. So he will be heading towards MLS. So that is what they're trying to do. But on the other hand, Barcelona are also in talks with Chelsea regarding Cesar Azpilicueta. They want to sign him. Now Chelsea would want a fee. Negotiations are still ongoing. Now Chelsea are also interested in another player of Barcelona, which is Sergino Dest. Now Dest, who moved to Barcelona, rejecting the Bayern Munich move and moving to Barcelona, is of an interest to Chelsea, because the fact of the matter is Chelsea have Reece James, but so far he is refusing to sign the contract extension. So we will see what happens on that front. So that is the reason why Chelsea are looking at Sergino Dest. So if they sign him, they will have the exact cover for if Reece James is injured or if Reece James leaves the club. So that is what Chelsea are trying to do over here. Barcelona are also interested in Marcos Alonso. So we might see lots of business happening between Chelsea and Barcelona. So most of the players from Chelsea will be heading towards Barcelona, whereas Chelsea would want to raise as much as cash they can, because they're themselves interested in multiple players. Now talking about Chelsea, they have a player with them called N'Golo Kante. Now this came out as a surprise, specifically for the Arsenal fans. Now Arsenal are looking into Tielemans, but somehow this report has been reported by David Ornstein, and Fabrizio Romano has said that there might be or there might not be something like that. Maybe there's some sort of development. N'Golo Kante is getting an interest from Arsenal, and Arsenal are looking into N'Golo Kante. So that's a quite big surprise. Maybe Arsenal will try to get N'Golo Kante, and that will be a pretty big acquisition by Mikel Arteta. It will be a statement signing. Now concerning other player which is of Bayern Munich is Lewandowski. Lewandowski is really after that Barcelona move. He wants that move. He wants to go and play in Nou Camp. He thinks that it's his dream to play for Barcelona. But it seems that Chelsea are monitoring the situation, and they think that if there is no sort of agreement between Barcelona and Bayern Munich, so Chelsea might go in for Lewandowski and offer the money to Bayern Munich. So there might be double acquisition in the names of Upamecano as well as Lewandowski. So Chelsea are looking forward to do business with Bayern Munich in terms of acquisition, and they are also looking at Barcelona in terms of selling their own players such as Azpilicueta as well as Alonso. So this is what is happening currently right now. And in terms of what's happening regarding Lisandro Martinez, so far nothing has come up for Arsenal. Hopefully there will be many more news which will be developing. So far this is the update that we have, and Omar Richards has just passed the medical test as a new Nottingham Forest player. Full agreement with Bayern Munich for 10 million euro fee. It's done. It's been told that there is a 15% sell-on clause included in the agreement between Nottingham Forest and Bayern Munich. So in case Nottingham Forest sell the player, there will be a 15% sell-on fee which will be given to Bayern Munich to whatever the valuation is agreed further by Nottingham Forest with another club. Now Manchester United have still no full agreement with Ajax for Lisandro Martinez. New bid worth 50 million euros. It's not enough, but the talks are continuing. Maybe Ajax want this to be a bidding war between Arsenal and United. So we will continue to monitor the situation, and hopefully this issue will be resolved. So guys, this is the update that we have so far. So the big news, Raheem Sterling will have his medical in London in order to complete his move to Chelsea on a permanent deal. The contract is until 2027 for further season included. So that is completed. He'll be a new Chelsea player, whereas Arsenal interested in N'Golo Kante. Arsenal are also looking at Tielemans as well, whereas Chelsea, they are looking at Upamecano of Bayern Munich, and they want Nathan Ake of Manchester City. So that is the situation currently right now, whereas Manchester City are also looking at Cucurella. They want to sign Cucurella as well of Brighton, but if they sell Nathan Ake to Chelsea, they will go after Gvardiol. So that's going to be a pretty big acquisition by City as well. So guys, this is the update we have for you today. Hopefully I'll be tuning in for the evening session which will be taking place between 8 to 9 p.m., which is of UK time. So hopefully you guys will be tuning in. I really want to thank you very much to all of you who have subscribed, and please do press that like button as well. If you have any suggestion, anything you want to say, you can put in the comment section or in the chat section over here, and hopefully I will respond to you with the answers to any questions that you want to ask. So hopefully I'll see you in the evening, which is at 8 p.m. It's going to be between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. The reason I do not put that fixed timing, because sometimes the stories are developing and some stories are breaking a little bit late. So I'm just holding my session until and unless there is some news coming up, and I don't want to make a session in which I just tell you about some news and just 1 hour later there's another news coming in. So I just wait for that right time and then I would do that session. So hopefully you guys will be tuning in for the evening session, which is going to take place between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. UK time. So I want to thank you very much, guys. This is what we have for today's afternoon session. Hopefully you would have enjoyed today's episode. Please subscribe, press that like button, and hope to see you soon in the evening session. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice one. Bye bye.